What's going on, guys? Thank you for joining the Billy Built channel. Today we're going to be deleting the good old ABS module. There is absolutely no reason I need it, and or traction control. I don't know. That needs to go. I need a proportioning valve, so I'm going to make a bracket that bolts off of here and comes up under and holds the proportioning valve, so the adjustment knob's right here. Do some little coil lines and stuff, and then plumb all of the factory lines in, so I don't have to do a whole bunch of work that is just not needed. And then the goal is to get this all cut out. You can see I cut it all out on that side, and I really like how open it is, and I really would like to just get rid of this. I mean, it'd be pretty awesome. So, well, let's get into it. So I ordered all new fittings and everything. Pretty much this line, that one, and that one are going to get reused. The rest of the stuff is gone. I'm getting rid of my old line lock style. I took this line, and you can see it goes into a hydraulic line. You can see the other one coming in right here. And it just came up to this switch right here, and so it's literally just a ball valve, and I could just go like this, and now I don't have rear brakes, and I can get the tires spinning and then not have rear brakes again. It's pretty simple, worked, it's very cheap. I made those hoses at my work, and it always served me well, but now it's going to be electronic. So this is just going to make a mess, and you don't really like to get brake fluid on stuff, so I'm just going to put a pan right here. I'm going to crimp these flat and then cut them, and then remove all these and just start getting this out of here. Got all that taken out of there. I think it's time for the plasma cutter. Got some parts in the mail. Totally forgot to film it. Still getting used to this YouTube thing. But this is the bracket I cut out on the CNC table. It'll mount. I just have bolts in here right now to simulate where that thing's gonna sit, but it's gonna kind of see how it'll work. It's just a Summit biased valve and then a Summit line lock solenoid. These nuts were so hard to find. They're M12 by 1.5 for a 3/16 line. If you ever want to do this yourself, they're pretty. I searched pretty hard for those. Alright, well, let's get to making some more lines and fittings and everything else. Something I don't know if you know, when you're flaring brake lines, you're always questioning how far to make it stick out. You know, your little thing that does your bubble flare. So if you put it on there and you look, see that ridge? Come on, focus camera. You want to make that ridge line up. I don't know how I can make it focus on it. That's how you get a perfect one every time. Alright, now that the boring stuff is over, we need to make these lines go into here. Particularly this one into here and that one into there. And you need to put coils in there, so I don't know. It has been a while since I've made brake lines, so the stuff I work on has air brakes. and I prefer it that way, but yeah. So what I like to do is just pick a socket size. It's kind of big and deep socket because it gives you a lot to work with. I picked a 15/16. And alright, now that the boring stuff is over, we need to make these lines go into here. Particularly this one into here and that one into there. And need to put coils in there, so I don't know. It has been a while since I've made brake lines, so the stuff I work on has air brakes, and I prefer it that way, but yeah. Alright, well, since this side already has a flare, we're going to use it. It's right there. Alright, so right off the bat, I can already tell you the thing's got a 90. So to make it as tight as 90 as possible, I just put the fitting like so. And alright. Now that we don't have to, we can dedicate the vise to this. Alrighty. So now see. Maybe just a wee bit more. And then get the basic shape with the tools, and finish it off with some hand forming. Well, I'd say that looks pretty good. Now, I gotta put it back in the truck and start hooking the lines on the truck up to this. Yeah, so as you can see, factory brake line and then a union comes down into there. Factory brake line bent up and adapted to go into the bias valve. Comes out of the master into the bias valve. That goes down to the line lock solenoid that shuts off the rear brakes for burnouts. And then this was a traction control truck, and so stability track. So it has individual brake lines for each rear wheel. I just teed them to the actual, I don't know if you can see that, how I lined that. It comes in, that's plugged, and then it's the two to the rear. Yeah, you can see the stainless plate back there. So, alright, well that's gonna wrap up this video. Thanks for watching and subscribe.